Well, artificial intelligence is one of the questions dominating this year's VivaTech. It's Europe's biggest event focused on startups and innovation. Our business editor, Kate Moody, has been speaking with Julia White, Vice President of Amazon Web Services, about the tech giant's new AI shopping assistant.
We're bringing AI in a useful way for people to help them find what they love. And the wonderful thing about it is it learns about you, and the more you interact with it, the better it can help you find exactly what you want. And that's when AI becomes useful versus, what other AI can feel scary or overwhelming. But a wonderful example of it just understands your needs, it can consult with you, it can help you find what you want. And then the great part about that is what we're learning with that experience, we can actually bring to other retailers and help them create that kind of magical experience powered by AI and for other retailers as well.
So those are among the best uses for AI from your point of view. What about the limitations for it? Are there areas in which it cannot, or at least should not, replace humans?
Of course, and I see us, it's interesting, there's been a narrative around AI replacing humans and job loss, and the interesting thing, just seeing on the ground, living in Amazon and my business, we're actually growing and there's more new jobs emerging every day, and so I think that we're starting to turn the corner on that. But to answer your question, particularly in marketing, where I sit, AI isn't a beautiful storyteller, right? And beautiful advertising, beautiful marketing is about storytelling. And AI can help us communicate it in different ways, create different versions of it. But that core story, that human story, is very much a human art form.
And we actually heard from Jeff Bezos at VivaTech earlier talking about that. He said that AI isn't going to actually see a huge loss of jobs, but that there's actually going to be a labor shortage from his point of view. This emerging technology is going to create jobs that didn't exist before.
Right, and I think about my own team. There's a whole emerging area of, like you just said, AI shopping, of customers going to these AI resources and looking for what they want to buy, what they want to do, and that is a whole new marketing discipline that didn't exist a year ago. Now I have a whole team focused on that. So we're seeing these new categories, these new opportunities emerging.
AI has been brought very quickly, it feels like, into mainstream use, and we're sort of trying to adapt around it. Companies are really struggling to work out how to integrate it into their business models. Is that something that you see as changing? Do we need to sort of start over, maybe, when it comes to bringing AI into business?
I do think there's been waves I've watched, right? And obviously we're a very early adopter of all things AI. And what we did in the very beginning when it emerged, and it's also innovating fast, right? So it's a fast-moving place. But we started in a logical place, which is, let's talk about a website. I run the Amazon the website, and create a lot of pages, publish a lot of content, and that's always been a human kind of process. And now we started saying, let's use AI to help us make sure that the page looks great, it's on brand, it has the right messaging, and we started infusing it into that process. But that got us a little more efficient, a little faster, more time to spend storytelling than content. But then we stepped back and realized that we actually needed to rethink the whole process and use AI for what it's good for versus trying to force fit it in. So now we actually have, when we launch a new product, we have the AI create the content from the beginning, and then my humans can work on how does it make a message to a customer better. And so taking out some of the drudgery of the process by really rethinking it. So that's, I'd say, like the second wave of how to embrace AI versus shoving AI into a process that already existed.
Specifically for AWS, what's the next milestone when it comes to either rebuilding your business model or integrating AI into it?
Yeah, well, obviously we are a creator and provider of AI to the world. So much of the world's business is run on AWS, and now having robust AI services, it allows our customers to have that power. I would say, though, for me on the marketing side, I dream of that day where every customer who wants to engage with us gets a beautiful, personalized experience that we can serve up exactly what they want when they need it. So that's what I dream about, and that's what we're pushing forward towards, so everyone can get their customer needs met better.
I want to switch gears a little bit and ask, why do you think there are so few women in leadership positions in Silicon Valley? And what can be done to change that?
Yeah, certainly a topic close to my heart. I've worked in tech my entire career, starting in Silicon Valley. And I like to go with the research, what's been proven, because there's a lot of theories and opinions, but the research shows a couple things. First, that diverse teams outperform other diverse teams. And so there has to be a belief at the leadership level and really understand that diversity wins, because it can't just be a token or a checkbox or a quota. That doesn't work. But then once we have that understanding, the two big things you can do to get women to the top: one, you need models like myself that can help pull up others. Not sufficient. We need sponsorship. And not just mentorship, but sponsorship. Give someone saying, like, this person's ready for their next job. I'm going to put my name on the line for them. Critical. We see when you sponsor women, they do really, really well. And it's more baked into the male relationship. So that's a big part of it. And then the second one is making sure that you have a culture that allows all voices to be heard. And there's different styles, but they can all be effective. And one of the things like Amazon, instead of doing presentations to each other, we write documents. And that way, it doesn't matter how good a presenter, how sizzly your idea is. If you have a good idea, it gets heard. And that's a wonderful equalizing culture element that allows diversity to rise. So some ideas, but I like to go to where the research has proven.
There are more than 14,000 exhibitors here at VivaTech this week. What's the most exciting thing you've seen so far or are looking forward to seeing?
I just love the fact that there's this much energy around cutting edge tech across Europe. And I think the Europe having a big position in tech is good for the world. And I love that France has taken this position and brought all of Europe together around this area. And I think the big startups, the investors, the big tech companies coming together, that's how we all move forward. And so I love that this is a huge European moment, and I think that's just really important for the tech industry.
Julia White from AWS, thank you so much for joining us today.
You bet.